I might just like...
Okay, I'll wait until you've done so you don't knock him by accident.
Okay. Oh, it's so cute! It's little dead eyes. This is the first time we've actually just glued stuff on, isn't it, really? But this is a legal Fiji area, so we're allowed. I've been diagnosed with lymphoma, so I wanted something to do while I was in hospital, kind of stitching away. And it worked as well. I think knitting cured me.
Older people don't like to go out in the winter, so I thought this is a good idea. So I tread the water and sat here by myself, sat there, and I felt a bit awkward at the beginning. And then Annetta, one day we were at a whole festival hall and we came back together by bus, and I said, what do you think if we start one knitting group here? And I said, wonderful.
I just dropped a stitch.
Oh, right.
Oh, bother. Especially since I haven't brought my little bag of tools with me to pick it up with. Bother.
Lena, how long have you been in the Barbican?
33 years. Your age.
I learnt when I was a kid, didn't do anything, probably started knitting something like this year. And then went and bought some grown-up adult patterns in John Lewis. Yeah, and then I found Ravelry, and yeah, that's when the downward slope began. I joined about a couple of months ago, and it was a 3-day wait, 3.5-day wait.
I joined a queue of like 7,000 people and had to wait. It's like
there'd
Google,
be a big
isn't it?
discussion there.
Yeah, it's like how did we live before Ravelry when you could just look stuff up. It's interesting hearing from people who've been knitting longer, who sort of carried on doing it through the 90s or whatever in this kind of dry patch, who then saw how the web changed things. And yeah, they totally say that it was just that all these knitters found each other. You know, you sort of thought you were the only one doing it, and then you discovered, no, there's loads of people in your hometown, you just had no way of connecting with them.
Do you want your receipt?
Yes. Thank you very much.
How's Bill?
He's not too bad.
We had a scan. Thank God, but it was kind of gets paranoid. I mean, usually goes back to work and then waits something.
You haven't got any date or anything for it now?
No, probably September, you know, after Bank Holiday maybe, so.
This is like, I've just arrived home at 9:30 at night. I am soaking wet. I am drowned. Your husband doesn't cook. I hadn't eaten a biscuit in about 2 years. I thought they were brilliant. It's literally 8 minutes to boil the macaroni. That's faster than calling Domino's. which is a really good comfort food. 8 minutes to boil the macaroni whilst I was in the fridge where the creme fraiche was. A tub of creme fraiche, a tub of grated parmesan.
If I can't run, so what? If I can't touch me toes, so what?
Running is just punishment for something you haven't done.
Yeah. Can't touch me toes, so what?
You don't need to touch your toes.
I'm never going to have a washboard stomach. That's what they made magic pants for.
Exactly.
Technically, I'm still disabled, but I just don't look it. I used to be a mechanic and was testing a car on a track and hit a wall. Yes, and luckily didn't break anything, but severely messed my back up, and I didn't think I'd walk again. And was off my face on painkillers and still in lots of pain. Wow. But I needed something that I could do that didn't move me from here down. If it hadn't been for that, then I probably wouldn't have started again.
I think it's more, you're in London. I mean, this is a lot more urban than the Pottery Cafe in Hampstead. but you don't feel as though you're in London. You feel as though you're kind of detached from things, and this doesn't feel particularly sort of stressful city-like. Yet it's incredibly stressful, and my heart's racing because it's just so difficult.
I forget to breathe sometimes.
Yes, you do, don't
This is why old people die, isn't it? They just take on really, really bingo and knitting, the two most stressful things I've ever done.
Cool. Thank you.
Lovely to meet you. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week. Well, we'll take these back inside. Thank you.
Are you going to be here next week?